Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another base tour video. This is part of our Saturday morning Ark live stream. My internet's a little bit on the fritz, so bear with me if the video replay isn't ideal, and click the like button if you're watching the replay. This first tour of the day is for Mux, who did this base, the Research Pavillion, with just bears. We're on the Ragnarok map. On the Geeks Network, where all my patrons play. We're at 80.539.4, and I thought this was a particularly good spot to intro it, but feel free to take us, I don't know, wherever you want to take us to get this thing started. We'll take a look at this. There will be a couple other people hanging with us today who also have base tours in the mix coming up as we go forward today. But Mux,
Sure.
you've been here for quite a long time, right? I came here ages ago, the first TLC update, to get some T-Rexes from you.
Yeah, I basically picked this place because it's close to the Rexes, and then it's close to a lot of resources, and I never left. I love it.
Yeah, and you've got, like, it's got quite a funky style to it. Obviously, you got the vines and then mixed and matched materials. Kind of has like a mad scientist's laboratory feel to it.
Yeah, I tried to make it feel like sciencey since I was going to put tech stuff in it. I love tech doors.
Yeah.
And then I tried to kind of make it look like it was made from materials in the area as much as I could.
Okay, right on. I get that. Yeah, you've got Adobe painted tan, inside out wood walls painted tan. You've got the natural stone colors, and then a mix of, yeah, tech glass, metal bits. And is this the main entrance, the staircase I'm coming up? Close enough to it? Ooh, yeah.
I lost you. I got to find you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was following Fenris. I came up the big staircase by the oil pump.
Ah, yeah, that's like the back entrance, but they're both good.
Okay. Well, I'll come up there and meet you on the main floor. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I pretty much like laid it out in here for doing breeding. Somehow I've ended up doing a lot of breeding, so that's what all of this space is for, is like breeding large animals.
You had a bunch of Rexes in here at one point. What have you been breeding of late?
So working on the Rexes, Spinos. At the moment, those are two Megalosaurus I bred last night. Gosh, what else do I have? A little bit of everything that's large, honestly.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. And obviously we're in a kind of a unique spot where this is kind of a greenish area, but there's desert out to that side, like desert islands out to that side, and then actual desert out this way. So you're kind of in like this little greenish peninsula in between the desert bits.
Yeah, I think at the end we can like hop up top. I got a really good view at the top of the building.
Yeah,
I like it.
Let me do that. I'm sure there's a tech elevator around here I'm missing.
Yeah, follow me for a second. I'll show you.
Aha, there you are.
And you gotta go up a couple tech elevators out.
Okay. Ooh, yeah.
And up top.
Almost went right off the edge. Oh yeah, a little observation deck. Oh yeah. So those are Southwest Desert Islands that were part of one update out there. And then I think, when did this part get updated? This was around the same time as those, right? With the Southwest update?
Yeah, I think basically the whole Southwest came together, it seemed like.
And then the desert and this area up inside the desert came after. My render distance must be lower than usual. I think I must have been playing that. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing things look like that. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, it's from my Building Evolved world. I think I lowered some settings.
Ah, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we went, obviously, from the main floor, we went straight up. Ooh, I should do a little third-person camera here and show people this angle, because it's pretty funky looking up here, too. Yeah, it looks pretty crazy from up here, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize originally that we got higher than the mountain peak next to us. I liked it.
Alright, should I go second floor, or is there stuff on the first floor we should check out?
We got some stuff down below if you want to see that, so like maybe hop up first.
Yep, right behind you.
Another tech elevator.
Ooh, okay, right. To sort of a basement area. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of the smaller animals back here. Bears likes bears, in case you can't tell.
Right, if your name is Bears. Just Bears.
I think she would be happy with just bears, literally. Maybe a dozen otters.
Yeah. A couple of the aberrant ones, which don't get bred as often.
Yeah, I started switching to trying to breed aberrant animals as much as possible. So those are aberrant Ankies, and I think we have those megalosaurs up top are aberrant as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nettie gave me a sheep, and it came out mutant green.
Yeah, you know what? I've manually like cheat colored sheep to that color before. They look kind of cool. I think I had some that color in my Viking village.
Yeah, I definitely named one of them Junior Mint because of that color.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, and the underside of these platforms is pretty spectacular too. All these big giant metal bolts and hinges and.
Yeah, that's what I started from, was just that glass platform, and like I had no idea what I was doing with it when I started, and I feel like now I know the cliff platforms really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the glass looks fantastic as a base for building. I'm picking up a ton of background noise from somebody. Not sure quite who that was. If that's you, Mux, don't stress.
I'll keep a eye out. Shouting.
Oh, no worries, bud.
Yeah, I put in dedicated storage the other day. That seems to be like a game changer at this point.
Oh, actually, I think it's Leo. I think we're picking up a little. Let me.
Sorry.
Oh, all good. Yep. Sounds like aliens.
Just my Giga.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Well, we will carry on.
Yeah. So I guess let's go up another level.
Cool. I will join you up there. And thank you to Waldo. Little super chat. Appreciate it, buddy. Okay. So I'm back on the main floor.
This way.
Yeah, come one up more.
Okay.
There you go.
Have fun, I watched today.
So this is pretty much the bedroom we put together.
Yeah.
We're much more, I think, builders and breeders than interior decorators at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, man. There's so many options when it comes to decorating that, yeah, I don't know. It's tough to get good. But I mean, it's not like this is underwhelming. You get... It's fully decorated in here, right? Lots of greenery.
Yeah, I love all eco stuff that's all the greenery.
Little bits of detail everywhere. Big seed table.
Yeah, I had more stuff up here, but then once we hit the point where we're using tech stuff, you just don't need a fabricator or a smithy anymore.
Yeah, right on. Man, I really do like the little catwalks with the little railings.
Yeah, I got lucky they fit just right.
Oh man, that is cool. Sorry, I'm just doing a loopy circles around and back towards the bedroom, but... And then outer row has the same sort of lining to it. So yeah, you've got sections with the wedges and then sections where the wedges are missing. But then what is this bit? Or is there a...
So there's an outer wedge and there's an inner wedge.
Ah.
And they're made to fit the full wedges.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
It just happened to be that the catwalks also fit like halfway in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like that. That is cool. It has a very different feel from the floor below. We're all kind of natural warm wood colors, lots of greenery, obviously. And then you've got the big kind of arched roof above us.
Yeah, I also figured out that you can actually put those at different heights. Like, I wasn't quite sure if it was going to work out, but all the angles are just right that, like, you can put them at any kind of height you want, and it'll work with the walls.
So,
them in.
So that's kind of this example here where people look and you've got, instead of coming off 2 walls high, you go up to like 6 walls high and put up the wedge, and then you can fill in the space in between with walls, sloped walls, and then upside down sloped walls. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, the only weird part is like the center. We basically left it open because it doesn't match up right, and it gets really glitchy with snap points up there.
Yeah, right. Is that kind of if the little observation deck wasn't sitting on top, would it look a little bit weird?
I don't think you'd notice, honestly. The observation deck is also a little funky. It's not centered up there because there's no snap point that's like direct in the middle of it.
Right on.
Yeah, I don't think you'd notice.
I accidentally fell down. Here, let me get myself back up. I was just trying to get myself up to the top and have a little look at it. But yeah, the different heights really works. Like, it didn't used to be like this. I think the last time I came here last weekend to take some screenshots before the live stream. And that's when I kind of noticed how different it had become. But it's pretty cool looking, man. I think the first time I was here, you didn't have quite so many different levels to the roofing.
Yeah, I don't think there was a roof the last time you were here.
No, maybe not. What, it just would have been flat across the top or open even. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was open for a long time, I think. And you stopped by and it was still full of animals, and I was like, I have to expand.
Ooh. There we go. Yep, you can actually come down from the top to the just enough of a gap up there. That's sweet. You keep the whole thing pretty self-contained, too. Is there any more that we're missing? I know we've been from the basement to the very top now.
I can show you. Bears put together a little otter pond if you want to see that.
Ooh, is that the watery area just off, kind of outside of the... I see a little pool out there.
She went west with it 'cause it's a little bigger.
Okay.
There's 3 water pools in the area, so she picked like the western one.
Okay, cool. Well, I see water pools all around. I'm coming to have a look. I will, what, back staircase?
Yeah, that works. I'll meet you around there.
Okay.
You've got a really cool greenhouse as well.
Oh yeah, that is on the outside of this thing.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely take a look. Yeah, we've only been at it 15 minutes or so at the most. So yeah, I see a couple of pools out this way. Okay. Right beside you.
Yeah, follow me.
I see little glow sticks leading the way. Little glow lanterns.
Yeah, I think if it were night, it'd be a little more obvious.
Yeah, it totally would. I bet that looks great. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I think this is her build, basically. She did an otter pond, and we left her angler in there.
Nice.
For some reason, I think the otters just do circles when they're on wander.
Yeah, they seem to. She's got one just chilling over here.
My guess is she doesn't want them breeding, and that one would make them breed.
Oh, I see. Right, so the ones who are all swimming out there are all males or something like that?
I think so.
Or the other way around. And is this a natural otter spawn location?
No, they're nowhere near here. I think these are all aberrant otters.
I had a feeling that I hadn't seen them out this way. I know I've been to these little pools before, so...
It does sound like aliens.
Yeah, totally. Beautiful. And what about that greenhouse you mentioned?
Oh yeah, it's on the outside. I can show you that.
Okay.
It's pretty small. I like it. I think I like my builds nice and compact, and that's pretty much what you see with this one.
Mm-hmm. I see ya.
Did I lose you? Oh, there
Nope,
you are.
right behind you. Oh.
So yeah, you hop up one level.
think we might be lagging. There we go.
There you are. Fenris is over there by it. Little hop.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. You know what? I spotted this from the outside.
Yeah, I need to relay it out so there isn't a gap there. Basically, with the cliff platforms, they're 12-sided. And so if you do every other side with squares or triangle ceilings, it'll match up seamlessly. And I just need to like tear this out and start it over again with triangles on this side.
Oh, right. You've kind of got it a little bit mixed up because you definitely want squares on the side that you've got the elevators.
Bingo.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until after I started.
So... yeah, that's cool. I mean, what you could do, you could just do a you know, couple little triangles with absolutely no sides, have them clip straight into this, and then, you know, wouldn't be totally obvious. You could just have an angular line. You could just leave the line that comes off on an angle like that, and have the rest be invisible, and you'd just be able to walk right across that top without having to reinvent the whole thing. But yeah, the tiered greenhouse stuff is pretty great. So, are there plants on every level, or am I seeing one plant come through the whole thing?
So I'm doing. There's not one on the top. I think it's weird when I was doing it. The green, you need to get like full 300% greenhouse effect. You need an extra layer on the top. So that's why it looks like that. Because if I put one more on there, the top one wouldn't have full greenhouse.
Ah, I see. Cool. Well, I like it. And then berries on this side. Yeah, that's a neat way to do it. So that's obviously S+ with the half walls, and then you can just stack everything really tightly. It kind of resembles, well, like, it resembles a little more closely a greenhouse than the standard Ark greenhouse, which is the crops on the floor. You often have in actual greenhouses, you have things stacked up or on tables or ledges or shelves, kind of like they take advantage of all the space, basically, and get some stuff up at eye level. It makes total sense rather than having everything on the ground.
Yeah, it's just so much more compact too, which I really like about it. Like, I like my builds kind of compact.
Beautiful. Well, have we seen the whole place? Speaking of compact, I think we've been just about around here.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we have pretty much.
Where do we outro it? We go stand and look at it from afar? Or do we go back up to the top? What do you think the best look is?
That's a good question. It's either going to be the top of the mountain or it's going to be up top.
All right, let's go to the mountain, I say. I got my wings. Oh god, just nosedived. Sometimes the wings just fail you. Someone said invisible catwalk might be a good look there. Yeah, I get your logic though to kind of redo the whole thing so that it does line up the way you want.
Yeah, it's like a lesson I learned later. Never too late to change.
Gosh, I'm good at jumping today. So how's the stream doing so far, guys? We doing okay? Seems to be going somewhat steady. All right, so for those of you guys watching the replay, obviously, we're wrapping up. This has been the Research Pavilion by Mux and Just Bears on the Geeks servers. You can obviously come join us here by becoming a patron too. And then for those of you guys watching us live, we will definitely be continuing, assuming my internet holds out. We have 2 more tours. Leo, who I temporarily muted just because I was getting a little background noise. If it sounds like I'm ignoring you, apologies. And then Ned Kelly's base, which we will do last, and that tour will be led by Fenris. So we'll head over to Leo's. I'll turn the volume back on for that. And thank you guys for hanging out and for watching. Popping up on the screen for the replay viewers is playlists, a link to the Patreon, all that kind of stuff. And for those of you guys watching live, we're going to group up and teleport over to a new location and do another base tour. Thanks for the tour, my man.
Totally. Thanks for looking.
Yeah, love it. Great design.